Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing real good today. It's Saturday, February 24th. Currently it's 40 degrees. It's a little cooler than it has been. 44 for a high today. 25% chance of rain and winds at 5 miles per hour. Today I'll have a Kroger haul. I forget, it's been a few days, I forget why. We went there for something, and of course that's what we usually do. We go there for one or two things, or either prescription, especially if we have to wait for a prescription. We can't just sit there. We decide to walk around if it's going to be 20 minutes especially, or something like that. I just can't stand just sitting there, so we usually look around and end up buying stuff. I don't know. It seems like that would be something they would want to happen, you know? I mean, yeah, I may as well get them to buy something while they're here. But anyway, there's a Kroger haul today, so definitely check it out. So tonight, I think we're going to have Little Caesars. We really like that. I don't know if they still even have it or not. We'll have to check, but we really like that stuffed crust pizza they have. Oh, man, it is good. So we're thinking about that tonight. So it's not set in stone or anything. We were just talking about it, but we might do that. Okay. So I got jokes of the day, but they didn't. Usually by 9 o'clock in the morning, or I can use, it'll be like in my emails, or I can go back. They're due sometimes 2 a day, I guess. So I have to go back and try to find one. Well, today they didn't have one for some reason, but I went to the latest ones, and that's the ones they use for it, but it doesn't have the thought of the day with it. So I don't know why they do that, but I'll throw in an extra joke. How's that? For thought of the day. Here's one. These are a couple doctor jokes. Doctor, since I just went to the doctor a few days ago, so pretty good. Coincidence, we got some doctor jokes. Doctor, you seem to be in excellent health. Your pulse is regular as clockwork. Patient, that's because you've got your hand on my watch. You are regular as clockwork. Okay, and this one says, Doctor, I've had a tummy ache since I ate 3 crabs yesterday. Did they smell bad when you took them out of the shells? What do you mean, took them out of their shells? Oh, no. I can't imagine eating that. Now, there is some kind of a crab, like soft shell crab or something. I've never had any. I don't think I've ever had. I've had a stuffed crab, or whatever they're called, stuffed at a restaurant before, but I've never had, like crab meat or a whole crab or whatever. So I don't know how, if they got this one. I think you can maybe eat the shell. I'm not for sure the way it works, but I thought I saw something about that one time. So anyway, definitely not supposed to eat the shell, though, if it's a hard shell crab. This one says, I was raised as an only child. That got on my brother's nerves. So they were saying he was their only child, but he has a brother. So, okay. All right, let's see what they got. Kind of threw me off that's not it. For the trivia time. Okay, this is way back, so that's not. I gotta go. I'll have to find it. Hold on. Okay, I think this one says, it's like who said what, proverbs, quotes, and more await in this fun quiz. Here's the first one. In which movie does Clint Eastwood say, go ahead, make my day? I can't do a good Clint Eastwood. Escape from Alcatraz, Independence Day, Footloose, Sudden Impact. Go ahead, make my day. Boy, Clint's old now, but he's still, I think he just made a movie not really too many years ago. I forget what that one was called. I know I thought he was in Escape from Alcatraz. I'm not for sure, though. But I don't think it's Independence Day or Footloose. That's Kevin Bacon. And Independence Day is, Will Smith? Sudden Impact, I'll say. Yeah. Go ahead. Make my day. Is a catchphrase from the 1983 film Sudden Impact, spoken by the character Harry Callahan, played by Clint Eastwood. The iconic line was written by John Milius, whose writing contributions to the film were uncredited. Okay. All right. What did Archimedes cry when he discovered the principle of buoyancy? And I think they're in Latin or something. Carpe diem. Kalispera. Eureka. Mea culpa. I've heard that carpe diem. That's like something, but it's. Let's see. Let me give you a few minutes. I've heard of that one. So, carpe diem, Kalispera, Eureka, mea culpa. We discovered the principle of buoyancy. The only one that kind of makes sense, because I really don't know what the other ones mean, so I might miss this, but I want to say Eureka. Oh, that's it. Let's begin with the story. The local tyrant contracts the ancient Greek polymath Archimedes to detect fraud in the manufacture of a golden crown. Archimedes accepts the challenge. During a subsequent trip to the public baths, realizes that the more his body sinks into the water, the more water is displaced, making the displaced water the exact measure of his volume. Okay. It's got a long thing about that. Okay, which 80s TV hero transformed by saying, "By the power of Grayskull"? I couldn't remember what it said at the end. By the power of Grayskull. Optimus Prime, He-Man, Lion-O, Inspector Gadget. Y'all remember Inspector Gadget? I thought that was cool. It's funny. I've never heard of Lion-O before. I've heard of Optimus Prime. So has that given y'all enough time? Let's see. I'm going to say He-Man and the He-Man and something else was in it. He-Man and the something. So yeah, it's He-Man. I remember that. The sorceress of Castle Grayskull endowed Prince Adam with the power to transform into He-Man, by which he did by raising his power sword and proclaiming, "By the power of Grayskull." Once the transformation was complete, he would continue, "I have the power." Okay, so next question. For how many minutes did Andy Warhol say everybody will be famous once? I don't know if that's happened to me yet or not. It's 5, 30, 15, 60. And there's a picture of good old Andy. I guess that's him. Looks like him. Okay, everybody. 5, 30, 15, 60. I say 15. I've always heard you got your 15 minutes of fame. Yeah. 15 minutes of fame is short-lived media publicity or celebrity of an individual or phenomenon. The expression was inspired by a quotation attributed to Andy Warhol. In the future, this is what he said, I guess. In the future, everyone will be world famous for 15 minutes. Okay, 4 right, none wrong. What did the first mobile phone text message say? You know what? I've had something. I don't know if it was in trivia time, but I've had something with this before. Have a nice day. Happy New Year. I love you. Merry Christmas. Oh my goodness. First mobile phone text. What do y'all think? Have a nice day. Happy New Year. I love you. Merry Christmas. I say it was have a nice day. I could be wrong. Nope, it isn't. It's Merry Christmas. Short message messaging service, commonly abbreviated as SMS, as a text messaging service component of most telephone, internet, mobile device systems. The first one was sent on December 3, 1992. Well, he's already saying Merry Christmas on December 3rd. Maybe he couldn't think of what to do. A test engineer for the Seymour Group sent Merry Christmas to the Orbital 901 phone call of colleague Richard Jarvis. You know what? 73% answered have a nice day. Only 13% guessed it was Merry Christmas, so I don't feel so bad. But I learned something there. I'll know next time that it was Merry Christmas. In which Bond movie did 007 first say his iconic James Bond line? Goldfinger, From Russia with Love, Tomorrow Never Dies, Miss Dr. No. Goldfinger, From Russia with Love, Tomorrow Never Dies, Dr. No. Bond. James Bond. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the earlier ones, I think. So that takes out Tomorrow Never Dies and From Russia with Love. It's either Goldfinger or Dr. No. For some reason, the first thing I thought of was Dr. No, but if I say that, it'll probably be Goldfinger. Oh, I'm right. I've watched all of them more than once of James Bond movies. From Sean Connery's first appearance as a character in Dr. No to Daniel Craig's last in No Time to Die, 007 has been delivering unforgettable quotes for 60 years. One came from his very first scene on the big screen back in 1962. Out of all the James Bond quotes out there, James Bond, has to be without a doubt the most well-known throughout the world. 5 right, 1 wrong. According to the old saying, curiosity killed which animal? I think everybody might know this. Dog, cat, deer, snake. Curiosity killed which animal? I think everybody knows this one. It killed the cat. Yeah. Curiosity killed the cat is a proverb used to warn of the dangers of unnecessary investigation or experimentation. It also implies that being curious can sometimes lead to danger or misfortune. According to a well-known proverb, what wins the race? Quick and hasty? It shows a rabbit. Quick and hasty, fun and reckless, slow and steady, fast and furious. That is kind of cute. Let me see if I might be able to do something with that. We'll see. Quick and hasty, slow and steady, fun and reckless, fast and furious. That's a movie. It's slow and steady like the tortoise. 7 right, 1 wrong. As the saying goes, slow and steady wins a race, but where does this term come from? The origin is believed to be from one of Aesop's fables, the tortoise and the hare. In the poem by Edgar Allan Poe, what did the raven say? There's a raven. Maybe we can get the picture of the raven in there. I might need that for something sometime. Eternity, nevermore, pestilence, ambition. What did the raven say? I thought it said more than that, though, more than just like one word. Okay. I think you got enough time for this. Eternity, nevermore, pestilence, ambition. I seem to remember it was something like nevermore. Yeah. The Raven is a narrative poem by American writer Edgar Allan Poe, first published in January 1845. Wow. The poem is often noted for its musicality, stylized language, and supernatural atmosphere. Okay, what else would it say? Nevermore. Repetition of the word nevermore is what it was. Nevermore, nevermore. What did the Los Angeles Hollywood sign originally say? Everybody knows that. Hollywood City, Hollywoodville, Hollywoodland, Hollywood Town. What do y'all think? I've heard something about this before, but I'm not absolutely sure which one. But I have heard it was a thing about Hollywood, I think, not just the sign. Okay, y'all ready? Hollywoodland. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the last one. Los Angeles Hollywood sign is such an iconic landmark and tourist attraction that it's hard to imagine it ever looked any different. But back when it was built in 1923, it originally read Hollywoodland. The reason, according to photos, the sign was originally intended to advertise a segregated housing development. It wasn't until 1949 that the land portion was taken down. Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I did pretty good today, 9 and 1. Hope you did good as well. That one tricked me a little bit, but you learn for the next time you have some type of question that's, about the same thing. You might be able to get it right. So a teachable moment, as I say. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed this morning's coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great morning and day. Check out my Kroger haul later on, and have a great day, everybody, and God bless. Bye.